Alright, I decided to play Mage's Initiation here. This is an AGS, Adventure Game Studio title. It was made in that engine. This is from Himalaya Studios. This is the same people who made Heroine's Quest, and the same people who remade Quest for Glory 2. And different kinds of interface. I've never played this game. This is like classic Sierra. Guess we'll try this compact one. I've never played this game before.
We all have a beginning.
Let's see how it goes.
A moment that changes us, shapes us into who we are. For some, it is a quiet turn, planned, ushered in with precision. For others, it is a sharper twist of fate, leaving scars that never heal. For most, these moments are endured, accepted, even forgotten, while there are those who struggle to forgive, to forget. And there are some, just a few, who pass through the fire, wanting more. I know my beginning. I know where it will take me.
I like this art, this cutscene.
It will fall to me, Dark, the mightiest of mages, to face my demons and save Eliwold. I summon you, fiend of the lower world. Rise and face your bane.
Dark, wake up!
Dream.
You can daydream after your initiation. The masters are waiting for you in the Hallowed Hall.
Beautiful looking game. This is the icon wheel they're talking about. Double click to run, okay.
The path connects the Mage's Tower.
I have to, okay.
The path from the town and crossroads leads to the Mage's Tower.
That's fully voice acted.
The Mage's Tower, my home for the last decade.
I get in there.
The door is ajar. Bort has set the combination dial to Shadow Earth Shadow.
It's a good thing I found you, Dark. It's not like I can check the records hall, and my Finder amulet doesn't work anymore.
Alright, let's see. No. This one needs to have different icons for running and walking. Right click.
I shouldn't interrupt another mage's studies.
What am I even doing here? Look at this.
It appears to be an incantation for growing a pine cone out of your head. This was fashionable in Dominatra about 5 years ago.
Dominatra.
Bort has placed a protective aura over everything readable. I cannot take a single page without permission. It is a book of mages, past and present.
Like an adventurer's logbook or logbook. Oh, these are patrons, Kickstarters or something. Yeah, these all are people that kickstarted the game. Pretty cool. I don't think I kickstarted this game. Alright. Talk to our buddy.
Nervous? You should be. Just don't be late like I was. Unless you want to repeat a whole year. Good luck! It's a handy little trinket, let me tell you. Though I wouldn't use it to keep track of someone you're interested in. They don't seem to like that. Or so I've heard. Anyhow, Mine hasn't worked since its magical emerald faded. It's a special kind of large gemstone, said to be blessed by the elements. There aren't many like it. I got mine from the Green Cap Goblins.
Why don't you just go back to their camp and ask for another one?
I would, but...
You're comfortable here.
There is that. Also, there's no way I could find their camp again without them wanting me to. Or without using my finder amulet.
Which doesn't work.
You see my problem.
Interesting. Okay, so I don't know where I'm supposed to be going.
I need to enter a combination for the hall I want to visit. Then press the gem in the center.
What about this stuff? Okay. But the bells, okay. This is settings, okay, let's see. Corey, I don't have a single thing on me. Alright, let's talk to him about
The
what we're...
reading hall is the ideal place for calm and study. I don't know the combination.
Water, air, earth.
Water, air, earth.
I can't think of a good reason to walk around with dirt in my pockets.
So water, air, earth. Work.
Welcome, Initiate.
You have trained long and hard under our roof. Your element has chosen you well.
Already, your time as a novice is drawing to a close.
Soon you will demonstrate mastery over your power.
The time has come to claim your element. Before you begin, you must affirm that which has chosen you. Thoughts reflect your nature and your element alike. Respond carefully.
You see an old woman lost in the market quarter. She appears confused and begs you to help her.
A fight breaks out in the local tavern. The barkeep looks to you for help.
The giftless, or non-mages, are...
What is magic for?
In your responses, you have demonstrated an affinity with the Earth. Do you agree with this assessment, Initiate?
Suppose.
You have affirmed your commitment to the Earth. Your growth has impressed us. Let your knowledge...
To earn the title of your kindred, you must fulfill 3 tasks.
Your first awaits across the lake, upon Lone Island. There you will find a banished priestess, her beauty rivaled only by her cunning and treachery. Take but a lock of her hair.
Your second lies within the valley of our closest mountains, where our winged guardians keep watch over the town. Most prized are their griffin's eggs. Return with one.
The forest conceals your final task. Many beings and beasts dwell there, most with laws of their own. Bring back the horn of a trinicorn.
A warning. The townspeople are tolerant of our magic, yet care little for it.
Pass by them as the gentlest breeze, and leave them to their small affairs.
Go now. Focus on your tasks. You have until the new day dawns.
So I have a day to complete
Farewell,
these.
young novice. May your deeds ensure you a place in the memory of others.
Elements guide you.
I have to get a lock of hair, a tricorn horn, and the griffin. It's kind of nice, a fast travel of sorts.
I can't believe I've lived in the tower for 10 years and this is the first time I get to explore the region.
10 years? Look like you're 15. I guess he could have been here at the time. Yeah, I love point-and-click adventure games. Oops.
I should learn my first spells before venturing from the tower.
How am I supposed to do that?
The door combinations have changed recently. I wonder if there's a water mage who'd know it.
Hate accidentally skipping text. I didn't expect him to talk to me.
I know what's inside. There's nothing I need. Why risk a concussion? Why?
But I'm not making it super clear how I'm
I
supposed
have
to...
never managed to get this thing open. Once I tried hauling it out the window, it bounced right back. If I need to use it, I can just do the grinding at this bench. I'm quite partial to this depiction. Just some study notes I scribbled down. I'll just leave it here. My arms have rested there long enough. So is my head.
Okay, so I got a few items.
I can't return without...
So... How am I supposed to learn a spell? Oh, there's a lot of people here. Guess you're not supposed to leave right away.
Ready for your tasks? I wrote them down for you, just in case.
How does he know?
Do not ask me how I know them. There is a reason I enjoyed this job. Not that you'll need reminding, of course. I know you'll do us Earth Mages proud. After all, I taught you everything you know.
That's what troubles me.
Very funny. By the way, don't forget to acquire your first spells from the Sphere of Knowledge in the training hall. The combination is fire, light, light.
It is not mine to take.
10 years and doesn't know the
This
basic...
old gem could do with a shine and polish. Even so, I can still sense its energy. The Sphere of Knowledge. It determines whether a novice or mage is ready to receive new abilities. A sensible precaution in my view. It had to have been an Earth Mage's idea. I have waited 10 years for this.
Seeker of power, know your element. Say not, but show. Of what do I speak? Dark and moist, concealing treasures.
Dirt.
Bane of all that's clean. Life shoots from its depth, its tillers limbless.
I know, it's...
Show.
I have to find what it is asking for. Something to do
They're
with
in the
my
clay pot.
element, I suspect. I should search the appropriate hall.
If I hadn't tried this earlier, I would be a little confused right now, but...
Bane of all that's clean.
Receive your power.
Yes!
The sphere has judged you worthy, I take it. Excellent. You are progressing well.
Thanks to you.
Ah, but that is my duty, no? A far cry from this training hall's intended purpose. When our warriors outnumbered the scholars. Do you know what you are seeking yet?
A lock of the priestess's hair, a griffin's egg, and a trinicorn's horn.
One might think we were training thieves. Good luck in your tasks. Feel free to consult with me if you wish, and do not forget, the world beyond these walls is treacherous. Trust no one. Now, to business. Your trials mark your competence to carry a conductor. Take this.
Is on your hand?
Bear it well. It will channel your element's gifts, allowing you to perform less passive magic.
It's handy in a fight, you mean?
More like essential. Listen carefully, Doc. The conductor is to be used strictly for defense, and under no circumstances are you to inflict harm upon the giftless humans within the town's walls. This law transcends. Now that you have received the first of your spells, I suggest you familiarize yourself with your new abilities. Your raw skills are another matter. As you gain knowledge and experience, ensure to invest them wisely. That way you will improve the attributes best suited to your nature. In this lies the key to unlocking your greater potential. Consider how your recent experience might best benefit you. Decide which areas you wish to improve in.
Okay, so Constitution. Let's just go with one to everything right now. I think. And then we'll kind of figure out as we go.
The conductor alone is a powerful weapon, but it can be made more so. As you venture beyond the safety of the tower, you may chance upon the odd gemstone. These are known to contain particular properties for those who can assess and harness them. When set into your conductor, you will find your abilities enhanced. Only 2 may be embedded at any one time. I have been keeping one such gem for you. Consider it an early initiation gift. I confess the power contained within that gem has waned over time. It will not take you long to locate a better one. For now, though, it will suffice. Set it into one of your conductor slots.
Interesting. Okay. That's an intelligence buff. That's kind of cool.
Well done. I shall teach you about your newly acquired combat spells. A challenger for Dark!
You're going down, Dark.
Okay, Doc. Let us start at the beginning. While Stone Pellet may be your first spell, think of it as your last line of defense. It uses little mana, but packs a powerful punch once mastered. Go ahead and cast it at your opponent. Very good. Even when magically exhausted, you may still summon enough energy to deter your attackers. Aside from being less effective, it's best if you do not let it come to that. Your accuracy may suffer in the beginning. Apply your intelligence at any given opportunity to improve your prowess. The Tremor spell makes the ground unsteady beneath your opponent's feet. It is good for keeping encroaching enemies at bay for a short time. Cast it on your opponent now. Excellent. Remember, Tremor will deal a small amount of damage, and may also knock smaller enemies onto their backs. Now that we have covered everything, would you like a one-on-one practice session?
Not enough mana! Not enough Not enough
Well done, Dark. Try harder next time, Matt. Now you are prepared. For leaving the tower, at least. Should you yearn for further knowledge, seek the Mixing Martial with Magical Compendium in our reading hall.
Okay. Could be kind of an interesting combat system. How do I get to my stats? Save the game. Oh, here we go. Inventory, stats. Need to rest. I can't rest too long because I only have the day.
I did not spend the last 10 years studying, so I could snooze through my initiation.
Perhaps not. Maybe it'll regenerate it. I wonder if there's any reason to head to town.
Flasks for sale. Buy one and get another at exactly the same price.
Guess I should be alright to try to head to the lake. Fine.
I never learned the swimming spell. That boat is beyond repair. That boat is staying right where it is. An oar floats just out of reach. I can't use that. A single plank will not see me safely across the lake. These should be preserved. These pillars can only be used by mages who know the LBRY spell.
I guess we'll have to look around.
Away across the river.
Probably don't need to go here right now. Maybe I do need to go to town and ask some people.
Pretty, if you like that sort of thing. This person looks too busy to stop and chat.
Hey, Finn, we've got a new boy in town. I can see that, Bug. You'll have to excuse my friend. The name's Finn.
Dark.
He's a mage. I can see that, Pug. Where are you from?
Stew Pond, originally.
Bit of a sinkhole, I hear.
I don't remember.
Trust me, you're not missing much. We haven't been here long ourselves. We like to keep moving. We don't want anyone catching up. Shut up, Pug. I'll say one thing for your hometown, Mage. At least it's too small to have its own lord. Finn has a problem with the Pug. Listen, Doc. May I call you that? Why don't we get better acquainted? Is this your first time in the tavern?
Yeah.
Excellent. Then you'd best follow the locals' tradition. New boys by the rounds.
Don't you want to get one for the road? I came here not to be bothered. You got a problem? Beat it.
He's run out of things to think, let alone say. Not everyone in this world has the time, talent, or tendency to talk.
I've been meaning to teach Pug how to swim, but I don't like water, or insects on water, or... We get it. They should rename it after someone. Pug Island. Close. I wouldn't mind getting to know her.
She's over 500 years old.
If she doesn't look it, who cares? You look like a kid who could handle himself with a few undersized goblins. I had an encounter with some not long ago, while exploring Bloodbark Forest. Nothing I couldn't handle. They took him by surprise, and he fled back to... Pug! In any case, I later realised I'd lost my pendant. You wear jewelry? It was my mother's. Oh, which one? Shut up. Anyway, if you can get it back for me, I'll make it worth your while. Go into the forest and teach those little hellions a lesson. Watch your back out there.
All that helpful in determining how to get out of here.
And so, to cover the necessary costs of maintaining my manor, the price of ale will be increased by 15%.
Oops. No!
And it's... Finally, anyone caught in my private gardens will receive a fine of no less than 5% of their seasonal profits. This concludes the announcements. I bid you, the working class, good day.
He didn't mind skipping tax.
I can't believe that. I feel like thanking him. I've no idea why. I feel...
And that is how we defeated the giant squid.
How did you travel between the islands without boats?
We islanders are expert raft builders. There are no equals.
I'll take your word for it. You won't find me selling fruit on a dirt street for the rest of my life. One day, there won't be a street corner in Dominacho without my name on it. You'll see. I've only seen him a few times. He's alright, I guess. Except for his excessive spending, indulgences, and the rumors, of course. There's word he's planning to sever contact with the Flightarians. That he'd rather eat birds than negotiate with bird people. Here's an example. A wagon full of wine barrels arrives each month from the vineyards of Avalon. None of it goes to the tavern. If you want to know where most of Iganor's capital is being invested, just look to the manor. Tomny, the Undertaker's oldest son, has been seen with the herbalist's daughter lately.
You spoke of raft building. What does that involve, exactly?
A good raft is made from 4 well-fastened even wooden planks, enough to hold your weight. Tying a couple of airtight containers beneath will improve your buoyancy. Finally, you need a means of maneuvering yourself.
So 4 planks, airtight devices.
I don't have time to gorge myself on baked goods. What should I say to her? Greetings, denizen? Few fare well against her in close combat, physical or verbal. The reputation of this noble adventurer precedes her. My clothes do not need mending. No access by the public. Why complicate things when one has a township to manage? A humble, generous member of his community. I feel... If I want anything from him, I'll have to come to an arrangement.
I guess maybe we have to explore outside town a little more. There's another plank. I don't know about in terms of getting airtight devices, though.
It's not... The board is nailed firmly to the wooden frame. I'll need some sort of metal pole to pry it loose. I think I saw one in the training hall. These two act as gatekeepers to the Flytarian Mountains. I should complete the first of my trials before...
Oh, the bee.
Ow! Okay, I
have to think on what would be an air.
They do not belong to me, and Varner would not be happy were I to displace them.
What are you talking about?
This hall is largely dedicated to learning new spells via the Sphere of Knowledge. However, Varner has had other ideas.
In some ways, the first is often the most difficult. You are just finding your feet, and only beginning to understand your power. If you are contemplating a swim across, then heed this. Don't. It may look placid, but as with all water, and those who study it, what lies beneath is a different story. The perfect prison. Not to mention a just one. I did not have the opportunity to encounter her, as it were. From what I have been told, do not be deceived by her appearance. Her experience in testing initiates has made her all the more cunning. I am given to understand the priestess Amunkul had a devout following, many of whom still reside in her palace, in a sense. It was a logical course of action on the Mage's part to confine her to that island. Her crimes were unforgivable. Destruction seemed too kind. Did the Masters indicate whether it could be singed off? I jest, of course. That's the spirit.
Here, more...
Where am I supposed to get?
These are better suited. Not interested. These are... The alcove matches the dimensions of the armor precisely. The breastplate will not budge. These are... I can see it now. The haunting of the Headless Initiate.
I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna save for now. Okay, confident he said that the pole was in here, but what happened to my sound? Okay, I guess I need to exit real quick. Okay, my sound is restored. Yeah, I'm very confident that he said the metal pole was in here, but I don't see any metal pole.
He had to leave the tower for a time. Personal reasons. That's why he's still in gray and not all that happy about it.
Pretty cool though that, yes, all the different mages are your different classes.
That's the spirit.
Oh, this said training hall, right? Feel pretty dumb here not being able to find it.
These are better suited. Not interested. These are...
Armor.
These are...
Breastplate. Knowledge. I sure don't see it. like metal pole. Guess let's check some other rooms.
Let me guess. You want to read up on your first task? What do you need to know?
Something about the lake.
I know just the thing. You should be able to find it now.
Only you would know a book-finding spell.
There are a lot of old stories about LBRY Lake, mostly to do with pretty fish girls and drowning.
We'll have a Rizalka.
I have never had the opportunity to visit, but there isn't a lot growing on it anyway. I have heard a lot about her. No idea if the anecdotes are true. You'll have to find out for yourself. After all those centuries, she might welcome a haircut. She sleeps in a giant clam, like a vampire in a coffin. By all accounts, she got off lightly. I believe their service did not end well.
I wonder if... Okay, so if it's blue, it means it's exhausted, and if it's not... This doesn't tell me anything.
Words won't help me find the books I want.
Talking to this guy.
I take it you want to cross LBRY Lake? I have a compass that will allow you to navigate your way to the island.
Thank you.
Not so fast.
What do you want, Cray? Money?
Don't be ridiculous. I left something in the priestess's palace when I was there. I want you to get it back for me.
You mean the priestess took it from you?
I'm going to ignore that. The important thing is the item itself. A sapphire brooch encrusted with 4 smaller stones. It was a gift from someone who has since left Eganor.
A girl?
That is my business. Now, as you know, we are not permitted on the island unless it is part of our initiation. Promise to retrieve it for me, and I will give you the compass.
All right. Deal.
Good. Here you go. Oh, and you will also need this.
A scrap of paper? What is this? A riddle of some kind?
That is for you to work out. I've held up my end. Make sure you do the same. I would hate to see you disadvantaged for breaking your word.
What is that supposed to mean?
Let us hope you don't find out. All I'll tell you is that it's meaningless without the compass. Take good care of it. The compass once belonged to our watermaster.
She looks busy. Bort has placed a protective aura over everything readable. It appears to be an incantation for growing a pipe.
Private quarters again. Sure, it's in the training hall, that's what it said, so... Really gotta be where it's at. Overlooking something.
Not interested. These are... That here more than in any other hall. Not... I can see it now. That would be
So normally these kind of items
These are...
stick out, you know. Wait, what's that?
If it isn't nailed down...
It constantly says not to mess with things, and then says if it isn't nailed down. Still don't know what to do about this flotation devices, but never noticed this color before.
Vines persist along the town walls, despite the many attempts to control them. The vine has grown firmly between gaps in the masonry. Some of the affected stonework looks brittle, but there's no way I can dislodge the vine with my fingers. I can't use that item there. I can't use that.
Okay, the vines could be helpful, I guess. First, let's go back and get the plank.
It's not. I shouldn't touch them.
I do like the ability to press escape and teleport to wherever you're running to. Nice quality of life feature.
The tingleberries aren't ripe enough to take.
Can't imagine I need to come in here. Let's go talk to the guy.
Best meat cuts for sale.
You spoke of raft.
A good raft is made from 4 well-fastened even wooden planks, enough to hold your weight. Tie in a couple of airtight containers beneath.
I need like an oar.
Since I left the islands, my home, I've missed the taste of exotic fish. I hear there are creatures of the sea that can wander the land. Bring me the flesh of the cassipus, and I shall reward you as best I can. On my island, we have a saying. When more is said, there's less to hear.
The poster you see here depicts a highly valued customer. He went missing a while back. For reasons I'll never fathom, he ventured into the wastelands. Not surprisingly, that was the last anyone saw of him. I don't expect we'll see him again. I keep the poster displayed as a warning, more than anything.
A missing person poster hangs by the merchant stalls. I don't have time to gorge myself on baked goods.
Do you have an eye for nature's offerings? I'm in need of more brown mushrooms. Bring me some, and I'll compensate you.
I don't need to take... Clearly the blacksmith in...
Cyclops. Talk to him.
I noticed your poster about the Biclops weapon. The blacksmith serves his clients at street level. I have no need to enter. I had better not disturb them. My clothes do not need mending. What should I say to her?
He won't talk. For the moment, there doesn't seem to be anything I can do over there.
Shop of the Toy Maker. Not everyone in the brighter the roof, the more... I don't have time.
Maybe barrels. Okay.
Talk about a sales pitch.
Now I need something to get those off the wall. And then I think I could make the raft.
The vine has grown firmly between gaps.
I do it with my fingers. What does that mean?
I can't use that. I can't.
Movement of plants.
Perhaps I can dislodge the brittle stonework enough to loosen the vine.
I think I have everything I need. Save the game. I don't know if I need to go talk to that guy again, or if I just need to go build it.
Incredibly, you spoke of raft. I can now build a raft, but I'll need the town blacksmith's help to fasten these planks together before I can bind anything with the vine. Could you nail these 4 planks together? If it's a matter of money... Is that enough?
We'll put in overpay.
Thank you, blacksmith.
Okay, so I've got my raft.
The airtight kegs have been securely fastened to the raft with the vine I found.
Only thing I don't know how to do is...
It feels seaworthy.
I'm gonna... Oh, come back.
A room full of painted canvases. There's one of the Mage's tower. I wonder if the artist asked permission.
Doesn't trade. Guess let's just go down to the lake and see what happens. I don't inherently see anything I can use as rudder or whatever. I don't know exactly what I need. Oh, well, the ore. Oh. Forgot all about the ore.
I will need to get that floating ore first.
No. Put the raft out, then get the
I can't
ore.
use that. I can't. I should not cast magic in... I can't...
So should I have...
I should not...
What about the ore?
I will need to get that flow.
Oh. What do I need 2 for? I guess that makes sense.
I will need. That should do it.
Save again. Gotten all this done. Go on the raft and see if we can get where we're going. What? Like it's pointed to Earth. What?
These 2 items do. These. It will be purposeful while I'm crossing the lake.
Soul seek. Soil as I walk into the sun, head low, I follow stone. Worn by rivers as they run, dusty tracks keep my path. Through my path as storm gusts build again, I struggle through the sheet of sleet and hail and turn to face the flame. So I need to go towards the fire. Might be the opposite way I just came. Let's go this way. Or it's a puzzle, so you have to go the directions that are listed in order, I'm guessing. Okay. The soil. Then follows stone. Okay. Dusty tracks. Storm gusts. Sleet and hail and flame. The air maybe. Doesn't change until you get to it. That's kind of irritating. Okay, so we know the first one is down. I guess trial and error could get us there too. Be a Lost Woods kind of thing, I guess. We're going south first, then we're going to go back north. Earth, then fire. Is that how it works? I don't think so. Soil. Sun. Well, okay, we know the first one is this way, right? That follows Earth. Walk into the sun. What would be considered sun? But I've gone all directions. I don't understand. unless you need to go back. So that could be, fire could be the sun, right? Earth, sun, stone. Stone would be earth again. Okay.
I can't use.
Then after that, rivers. Rivers. So that should be this way, water. Yeah, okay. And then dusty tracks. I don't know if that's earth. Must be earth. Yep. Dusty track. Storm gust, so that's going to be wind. Okay. Dusty storm gusts, and then the sleet and hail. That's got to be water. Yep. And then we're going to face the flame, which is going to be north. Okay. So that wasn't so bad in the end.
Nothing. It must be an illusion. Who told me they studied those?
Oh.
I can't.
I have to go back to find something else for this. That's not cool.
I have a good idea what I would find at the top.
Not cool at all. Don't tell me I have to do the puzzle again. Good. Straight back to the island. Okay, cool. So I don't recall anyone telling me they studied illusion. But I'm sure that I can find someone in the Mage's Tower that will tell me more about it. About the reading wall. Ray gave me the compass, so it shouldn't be him.
None can appreciate one's element more than an Earth Mage. It is in our nature, if you'll pardon the pun.
Let's only go to limited areas, so it shouldn't be too hard. Pretty much 2 rooms. And there's only 3 NPCs.
Like yourself, I was admitted when I was 6. There were a number of children around my age at the time. Many of us became good friends, though I have lost track of most of them. To think any of us might have been born without our element's blessing. How do our giftless cousins cope? I have great respect for all our masters, Pyres in particular. From the day I arrived, Master Pyres saw in me what others would not. He helped me become the mage I am today. Have you been listening to gossip? No one knows for certain who will succeed the Fire Master. I have heard only what you have, that it has come down to myself and Mage Valeum. He will enjoy my full support should he become Fire Master, just as Pyres does now.
Pyres, I like that name, Fire Mage. Okay, so maybe we need to talk to the champion people.
I can't return.
So what?
The tests are designed to hone your skills through an intensive period of performing under stress. To know your element, as the sphere instructs, is to know yourself. Though I was not born here, I have come to regard Ignor as my home. In the capital, our giftless brethren have invented a new form of sparring, sustained tackling in a patch of moistened dirt. Give me a good conductor any day. Last I heard, a bright young initiate was about to pass his trials faster than a flash fire. That's the spirit.
Okay, so it's definitely not him. Reading hall, let's go to the reading hall. Thought it would be the same one who gave me the compass, but...
Do you know the combination to the fountain hall?
Have you not sailed the 3 seas? Tell you what, Dark, I'll trade you that information for a healing potion.
But...
Otherwise, I hope you enjoy guesswork.
The 3 seas.
Here we go. About the illusion
I
Mage.
thought you might come this way. Initiates enjoy partaking of the fountain before setting out on their tasks. Calms the nerves. Come, drink.
For him.
Works wonders, doesn't it? I remember when you were first brought here. What was it, 10 years ago? I had not long been initiated myself. Well, perhaps it was a little longer. Never mind that. I wondered then how your mother could give up such a beautiful child to strangers whose ways she could not know. Oh, but I do not mean to dredge up such memories. The past can be as potent as an illusion, and I have spent long enough studying those. You must stay focused on the tasks ahead.
My mana is already filled up. Shireen, Water Mage.
Illusions? Of course. I am sure there's a book in the reading hall if you are keen. Transparent Fluidity, if I recall. Expect from this neither the easiest nor fairest of tests. By the way, Dark, if you have not yet visited the observation hall, you should do so.
How do I access it?
Try light, air, air. Dark, before you go. Sometimes I glimpse the dreams of those closest to me. Often they make little sense, but yours of late have been clear.
I dream of demons, whatever they mean.
You dream of greatness, the mightiest of mages.
Is that a bad thing?
If one's motives are pure, no. But few achieve so delicate a balance, and fewer still maintain it.
What are you saying?
Let the trials you face reflect your true nature. The lessons you learn will serve you, perhaps even save you. Good luck, Dark.
Interesting.
A bag of blue and red marbles. There might be something useful to collect from the floor, but this isn't it. There might... Jonas, Air Mage.
The airspeed of a magpie. What was it again?
Jonas? Jonas!
Ah! You startled me. I was making a precise calculation of... well, I knew what it was a moment ago. I suppose you were off to take your test now, I remember my initiation, I think. It had to do with toads. Or was it frogs? Something messy anyway. They always are, these things.
May I use your telescope?
Of course. What do you want to see?
Lone Island.
All right. All set.
I see the palace on Lone Island. Is there something wrong with your telescope, Jonas? The palace on Lone Island keeps appearing and disappearing.
Have you tried not blinking?
I'm being serious.
How awful. Oh, I know. It's some kind of water magic or other. Those bubbly blues do love their illusions. My telescope, poor thing, is trying to counter it. Keep your head in the clouds.
Okay, so that's everything. All the rooms in the tower. Now we need to find a book. What?
I know that book.
He has to find it.
You can find it now.
Vessel of Mage's water. Framing tree sap. 2 drops from labor's brow. 3 drops from the most potent beverage. Drink and see. Okay, so how am I going to remember that? The first time to fill a flask with the Mage's water. Tree sap, labor's brow, drops of a potent beverage. So like a beer or something. I think I have an empty flask. Go, so we'll fill that up.
Hey, the water refuses to enter the flask.
The fountain requires a donation of precious metal. 10 gold coins. You will need an empty flask to contain the water.
There, I've filled my flask with Mage's water.
I'm out of money. Okay, so now leave. We need tree sap, labor's brow, and strong brew.
A grand old oak tree. If there is one thing every mage learns from a young age, it's
Maybe we can find like a broken tree or something like that.
I'm not sure I shouldn't. The world is sitting on I can't use that. I do not wish to strip them of their bark.
But I kind of need to.
I can't use.
Why have you got more nuts than me?
I can't capture it. This oak tree, a hive of potentially dangerous wasps. Ouch! Aggressive little pest? I can't use.
I think it would be in the forest here, but I don't see anything that seems like obvious to get the sap from.
Ouch! That would only aggravate the wasps.
I don't think I have anything to do with the wasps.
I won't be able to obtain any sap that way. I can't.
What does that mean?
Ahem. I don't suppose you can talk.
I don't suppose you can think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Everybody's sorry. I'm not giving you my sap. It's all I have.
It's important, and I only need a little.
You say that now, but you'll come back for more. They always do.
Who are they? Have others been taking your sap?
Not my sap, my bark, my branches, even my fruit. Pieces of me, taken bit by bit. They do not even ask. Do they think trees feel no pain?
I've always assumed as much.
Try being enchanted. It's not as much fun as it sounds.
How did you come to be enchanted?
Long ago, a mage came, dressed like you. His bark, clothes, were green and shinier than yours.
An Earthmaster. Go on.
He wanted to give me voice and thought, so he might share his mind with nature itself. He is the one who named me.
What happened?
He died, leaving me to go on, endangered and alone.
Perhaps I can find the pieces that were taken from you.
I do not care about the bark or the branches. The fruit, though, I will not bear another again, and I cannot propagate without my seeds.
Who took the fruit from you?
The human villain did not give its name. I think it was female.
You think?
Humans all look alike.
I'll see what I can do.
I wish people would not call me that.
What would you prefer?
Sam.
Okay, so I have to get his fruit from a woman. Go check the lady.
I understand you may have some rare fruit for sale.
Rare, yes. For sale? No.
Might I interest you in a trade?
That depends. There is another fruit I wanted to get my hands on. It's called Apple Bliss. One alone would fetch double the price of a dozen screaming tree fruit. Except they only grow in a clearing along the leftmost edge of the forest.
Naturally.
Bring me one, and you have a deal.
What should I say to her?
Guy, I would think could have the sniff or the sweat, but I guess not. I have to think a little harder about that one. So I guess we need to go to that forest. To the westernmost side? Brown mushrooms.
I'm not going to look under every rock.
Do anything.
The goblin possesses... There's a certain... They might be... An apple bliss tree, if I'm not mistaken. Occasionally, Bort says something that sticks.
Reminds me of Quest for Glory 1.
It's a little out of my reach.
So if this is how the Earth Mage does it, I wonder if each class has comparable spells or how that works. I wonder if the classes of Mage are really all that different from
I'm not interested in...
the way one Mage works. I don't know. I'd be interested to find out. Combat seemed kind of interesting that you can move around in real time. That tremor spell does not seem to work. Looks like there's no day and night cycle in this, not that I can tell so far.
Bring me an apple.
I have your apple bliss.
I'm impressed. As promised, here's the fruit from the screaming tree. I shouldn't have bothered, to be honest. They taste a little sour.
They're probably homesick.
What?
Nothing. Thank you.
My seeds!
Yes. Now, your sap?
Take as much as you need.
I must measure the sap carefully.
Need to go ahead and give her brown mushrooms too. For money. 2 gold.
Thank you. Here's your reward of 2 gold coins.
Put another one just in case I need it for something else. Now I need the sweat of brow. Strong beverage. Strong beverage probably comes from the tavern.
I'd ask him where he got that medallion, but I have a feeling there's a long story behind it, in which pants play no part.
What'll you have?
What have you got?
Ale.
Is that it?
Well, there's the special that the rough-looking fellow over there's having, but it would probably kill a child like you.
The man near the open window?
Yeah. Keep your wits around him.
Is he trouble?
Who knows? Rumor has it he's off the wastelands, or used to be.
So he'd know his way around there?
Probably, but only the town folk would ask.
So I don't know if I need the mug of liquor or what I need. I don't want to waste my gold.
Mine. Makes a good special. Beat it.
I can't use that item there. I couldn't do that without him seeing me.
Watch your back out there.
He's run out of things to think, let alone say.
What'll you...
None of these are called special.
Beat it.
I feel like one should appreciate a humble,
I would think the sweat of brow could come from the blacksmith or something.
I don't want to give this flask away. He may be dripping, but he's no tap. I'll need to use something more practical to collect the sweat.
Handkerchief.
Working hard, blacksmith? Sweat from labor's brow. Ugh.
Last one has to be that drink. Let's go check the tower for the hint one more time, just to read it more clearly. Okay. The most potent beverage. So,
I was warned by my masters not to use unnecessary magical persuasion on the townspeople. I can't use that.
What'll you...
maybe it's the liquor.
Sorry, lad, but you're just too young.
Okay, that's the problem.
Ah, refreshing.
I do need to get it from him somehow.
Beat it.
May I have this mug?
Sure, if you want yours rearranged.
I don't need to spit it. The strongest stuff in the tavern.
I have to find a way to distract this guy or something.
You come, you pay, you drink. I sell drinks.
And?
That's all. Don't you want to get one for the road?
A home away from home. If we had one. Some men keep to themselves for a reason. Whatever it is, it pays to respect their wishes. We see eye to eye. We're always on the move. It's better that way. We've stayed here longer than intended, but towns like Ignore can do that to you. Met him a few towns back. Parchthroat, I think. You should ask him. Well, But he won't tell you much, so I'll do it. Pug was the last of a long line of siblings. The one too many. He was passed around, carer to carer, until he was old enough to walk. Then he was marched into a house for homeless children, where he stayed until the day he came of age.
They kicked me out.
You were too old, Pug.
Oh.
I don't like to talk about myself, especially not with a parched throat. I'm just a humble purveyor of opportunities. I could get used to the quiet lifestyle, the laid-back atmosphere, the fewer guard. Shut up, Pug. Pity about McGuile, though. From what I've heard, he hasn't lost enough to know the meaning of sacrifice. You can tell that from his waistline alone. I doubt we could compare stories. To us, the best news is no news. Ignore has that in bucket loads. It's true, I hear a lot of things. Interesting things. To us, McGuile's envoys to the Flightarian Valley aren't back yet.
Maybe they were eaten.
That's ridiculous.
But that's what you...
Shut up, Pug! Goblins have been sighted around the forest's edge. They normally don't come that close to town. Someone saw a mysterious shape moving in the lake.
A whale?
I doubt it, Pug. One of the merchants is selling shoddy goods. A child from town learned how to get into that tower of yours. A few of your lot have a bit of a drinking problem. A Flightarian has been seen over the town on several occasions. The Lord's Manor will be renovated in a few months' time. A man like that needs a lot of space. There's talk of opening a second tavern, but too many owe the owner of this one favours. A few of the peasants have gone missing lately. Some say goblins, others say bandits.
Okay.
Met him a few but he...
Okay, purple means there's more subtopics.
It has the best ale in town.
It has the only ale, you fool.
And there aren't many bugs. I don't even like the word. That used to be my nickname, Bug. Just because I ran away from a beehive once. I was a lot younger then.
4 years younger.
Oh, yeah. He looks out for me. We're partners in...
Pug.
I was going to say business. I'm not supposed to talk about those. We split everything evenly. 80-20.
He gets the 20.
Like I said, evenly. There's not a lot to say about me, except, I don't really recall my hometown.
You were born in a mine shaft and raised with a litter of stromp rat.
Really?
No, but it would make sense.
Okay, so...
Don't you want to get...
I'd ask him. Either he lost his belt, or he's trying out a new look. In any case, I'd better not show too much interest.
How do I get the ruffian?
There's something about him that makes me want to avoid eye contact.
Ooh, maybe I can do it from the window outside. Doubt it, but...
I can see the hazy and... Why?
This is cool. I can't believe it works. Well done.
I can't use that
Well done, guy.
I couldn't do that without him seeing me.
Are you kidding?
I better replace this. I should wait until...
Okay, so we need to add the Screaming Tree sap.
These two items. These two.
Oh, okay.
What the? Why you?
Ouch! I won't try that approach again. Perhaps the window isn't the best place to be mixing potion ingredients.
Okay, so let's try to mix these
Perhaps
first, and then we'll come back. You permanently looking at me now? Okay, so let's mix this up.
There. I've added 1 drop of sap. I'll save the rest. I've added 2 drops of sweat. Ew.
Okay, so now back to this.
I already know how that will turn out.
What?
I should not
Has to be a way to distract him.
I shouldn't call attention to myself right now. I can't.
Don't know what to do.
I don't want to waste any of these. There's something. I already know how that will turn.
So, as much as I'd like to be able to mix the potion, what if... What if I can replace it with another one?
I already know how that will turn out. I already... Hopefully he's too inebriated to notice the difference.
Okay, so now I can make...
I have added 3 drops of a potent beverage.
So now I have the potion. That wasn't too bad, that was kind of interesting. Perfect. Okay, so now take the potion.
There is some writing on it. It's nice to see the masters hold their initiates in such high regard. This must be the giant sand crab that attacked Initiate Marmon. Poor fellow had to hop through his remaining trials. It looks harmless now. Its nipping days are over. A displaced tile lies on the floor. The water spilling from this fountain looks tainted and smells worse. There's no loot.
Tell me what I picked up. I figured there would be a battle happening.
The sea serpent statues add appropriate menace.
I don't know how excited I am about this place being a maze, though.
This wayward wanderer came to an unexpected end. I'm not dancing on bones, buried or not.
So we have to use tiles for our puzzlers.
I'm not an unfortunate result of the priestess's amusement.
I should be like one battle away from leveling up.
I'm
Figured there'd be at least one tile. I'm getting flesh.
The priestess keeps a collection of urns. At least she has one normal hobby. My curiosity stops short of discovering its contents.
Pretty cool, they've got a level up icon down there. Alright, so let's look at this. My intelligence is buffed by the item. Improves accuracy, so that's important because I was missing a lot. Health seems okay so far. More mana is going to be useful. Damage, so let's go with 1, 2, 3. Let's go with more accuracy. I like this so far. I think this is a cool setup. I like leveling up. I like it better even than, in a way, I like it better than Quest for Glory because you get to actually allocate points to stats here. Oops, no.
Another child enters my domain, seeking to earn his place. To what do I owe the pleasure, initiate? Have you come to pay homage to the priestess Amankur? To honor the once and great ruler of Armanash? Do you seek to look upon beauty so immeasurable that men and women once gave their lives for a single glimpse? No? Perhaps you have a gift, a tribute befitting one of my glory and stature. I thought not. A message from your masters, then? Will you inform me I have concluded my sentence? Am I to be freed at last? But I jest. Your kin are not the forgiving kind, not even after 500 years. I know why you are here. To take, as those who have come before you have taken. Already I tire of your presence. State what you want of me, child.
The priestess Amankur. I had not imagined she would look like that.
The world once knew of Amankur, priestess of Armanash. It will again. A beautiful land, second only to its once and more beautiful ruler. Through the long centuries, I have not forgotten my subjects' betrayal. My own acolytes turned on me, seeking to usurp my rule and seize power for themselves. As their guardian, I was forced to punish them. I keep them here with me, as I am in turn kept by your noble masters. Is that what history records? That I murdered my followers because I resented their... All beauty is to be celebrated. I ensure none goes to waste. They keep me company, far better than when they were whole. Is that what history records? That I murdered my followers because I resented their beauty? Do not speak to me of crimes, mage child. Read upon your history, and tell me you have any right to hold me here. My deeds are tiny compared to that which your kind have wrought. I am more than just a mage. I have reached into the depths of your water arts further than any have dared, and even now draw from its ever-darkening power. My home for 500 years. Needless to say, I know it well. Did he frighten you? I assure you he is quite safe.
I have come to ask for a lock of your hair.
A lock of my hair? Were I to give it willingly, you would find it no easy task. The curse which has kept me so long unchanged prevents even a single strand from leaving my head. A pity the same could not be said of my followers. You will need a special blade, a dagger. It is kept in my treasury. Bring it to me.
You must think me a fool if you believe I'd hand you something like that.
A fool you may be, but I know what you want, young one. It is not so rare a glint I see in your eyes. That blade can help you, for it contains power, far greater than your masters would let a novice wield. In exchange for your assistance, I will allow you to keep it. It is but a small request, but what say you? Will you bring me the dagger? Surely a worthy weapon for the mightiest of mages.
How did you...
Make your choice, my pretty child. My jewels, my breath, now my hair. What next? It was forged from a rare enchanted metal and dipped in the blood of a wyvern's heart. You will not be disappointed when you learn of its properties. It will respond only to one untainted by the bloodlust which forged it. As such, its full potential remains unwielded. Be wary, young one. It was not meant for just anyone to enter, nor does it take kindly to the liberation of its holdings. I would see them drowned in the very lake that prevents my leaving. My own element turned against me. I assure you the irony is far from lost. Eager to leave? I can imagine.
Locked.
Where's the treasury then?
Majestic. I can't permit...
Eager to leave?
No point in talking to my...
Are there 4 missing tiles?
The name etched in the stone says Tommy.
Okay, so I need to go get one more tile. I thought maybe I was missing areas because this doesn't connect down here. Go right. And gold.
Uh-oh, I suppose I should have expected that. Impressive. I wonder if the masters know about this collection. There's an oddly shaped metallic object on the floor. A crystal ball. They're harder to use than they look. I only use authorized orbs, like the Sphere of Knowledge. A book lies open. I don't want to know what the priestess keeps in there. I wouldn't want one of them, let alone 3. I don't need to lug around large lumps of gold. They are too ugly to pet. It's locked tight. I have little use for such a large vessel. It cannot be moved. A massive prism hangs above. A circular dais occupies the center of the treasury. It wouldn't fit. The dagger. I can't take it. I know better than to meddle with a god king and his family. I don't see any way of moving it. One day, my spells might be powerful enough to counteract this dark magic. Just not today. One day. One. That wasn't right. I should try that again. Maybe there's an order to this.
Okay, so the book. The book is gonna have something. Okay. Future King. Storm, Whirlpool, the God King. And okay. So, wiping the monster's blood from his face, the prince sized open the beast and pulled from its chest a glowing golden heart. Wait, wing goblin stuff. Okay. So, wing goblin. Heart. So the wing goblin first. Heart. Maybe the king? Oh, that's the wing goblin.
This is getting
Okay. The young prince, future king, God King London. Sword and shield. Sword and shield, King Goblin, the heart. Okay. So first the God King showed up. Then the sword and shield. A sword? Doesn't look like it, so... Then what showed up? Goblin. And the golden heart. Okay.
There's a remarkable depth to the mirror's reflection. Okay, that's weird. Is the priestess toying with me? I don't see the point of turning that in here. The chest isn't locked. But of course, it's empty. I don't need to... I don't want... Got it.
I have the dagger.
The keyhole has a distinctive asymmetrical shape. The device I collected from the floor appears to match up. but there's one cylindrical prong missing.
The device. Okay.
The keyhole
Cylindrical device.
It makes the giftless happy. I wouldn't want one. I can't use.
Have a look at.
These two
Need to go back over there. Oh, it opened the chest on the other side.
There is a sapphire brooch inside, encrusted with 4 smaller stones.
That's not helpful.
The keyhole has it. The prongs on this strange device do not match up with the holes in the door. In fact, they appear inverted.
Interesting.
I only use author. I know better than. They are too ugly. I don't.
But what if I move it?
I don't want to.
That doesn't matter.
It makes. I wonder who. It wouldn't. I wouldn't even want to. There's a short length of metal inside. It seems to be a piece of something. There. The prong fits securely into the little hole on the device. I don't want to explore the world beyond the mirror treasury. Having to deal with 2 priestesses would not be fun.
So I guess you can not get the brooch, obviously, because that chest is optional. Wonder what happens if you don't bring it back.
You are most resourceful. I have one last task for you. Only the purity of Lake LBRY will reawaken the magic of this blade. It must be dipped by my hand, else the dagger cannot resist the curse of my imprisonment. Bring me water from the lake, and you shall have what you came for.
I can't use that.
Cool.
I have the water.
Finally.
I didn't think I was gone that long.
Can you imagine? For centuries surrounded by the means, without the means to attain it? My jailers have a sense of humor, at least. But they sent initiates, one after the other. Hundreds must have stepped through those doors, each with their trinkets. Piece by piece, drop by drop. I acquired enough to fashion this blade.
You created the dagger? Why?
It does not matter. With its magic restored, I am now ready.
I only require a small lock of hair.
A lock? Silly boy, I will not waste the blade's power on a trim.
Then what?
Okay.
You must forgive the deception. What do you think of your new home? Why so sad? Does the child miss his mother? She does not remember you. As for your father...
Don't talk about my family! What is this?
Motivation. I have had lifetimes to divine the conditions of this cage. For an eternity and more, I thought this my endless prison. Yet no cage is inescapable. It may have taken longer than the world needed to forget me, but I have discovered its weakness. The generosity of others. You, my almost mage, are going to free me.
What?
Simply agree to take my place, and my time here is ended. Before you answer, consider. I can teach you much, more than any of your brethren are willing or able. You dream of becoming the mightiest of mages. I have seen that future, and can help you achieve it. You need only say yes. A small price, you must agree.
Why the dagger, then?
A mere formality, a ritual. Nothing you won't forget in a few centuries.
You can forget it now! I won't help you!
Do not be so hasty. You will not find the alternative pleasant. I will leave you here to reconsider. I have learned patience, among other things. When you have made your decision, you need only scream for me.
500 years. Who could live like that? Unchanging, eternal, decaying within. I can smell time's waste in this dungeon. It's sick with entropy. Even the walls.
Okay. This makes me think of Quest for Glory 4 when you get captured by Katrina.
The shackles, though well worn, are too firmly affixed at the wall. The cracks in the metal shackle have given way. Now for the other shackle. Not while I'm in control of my faculties. This device has come loose from its wall fixtures. The old lock fell to bits.
Press the handle?
Absolutely not. Though merely decorative.
Okay, let's save the game again. See if I need to go in here or if I need to go up the stairs. It's not clear.
Sneaking into a woman's bedchamber? Such impudence!
Etiquette doesn't apply to people like you.
People like me? In 500 years there have been none! You stand before an ocean storm, child. My will is but its waves.
All I see is a failed mage, drowning in her own irrelevance.
Strong words spoken by those whose heads now line my walls. So choose your next carefully. I offer you immortality and power. Tell me your answer.
Why? Are you going deaf in your old age?
As you wish. I need only wait for the next initiate. Whereas you, pupil, are due for your lesson.
What?
Not enough mana.
There we go. Okay.
They both collapsed at the same time. Interesting. The crab isn't moving, just as well. The priestess appears incapacitated. The crab is lifeless. I do not know how this works. I think that ball's taken. That book looks fairly ancient. It's open to a page titled Artifacts of Binding. This isn't something I wish to open in a hurry. Who knows what the priestess considers decorative? This
So, something to do with the
I
crab.
wonder who or what Aman'Kul was intending
maybe
to
not.
summon to the palace.
Tiger?
A woman's secrets should always remain so. I smell fine, though I might need a bath after my trials are over. The mirror's angle is acceptable. She's not in the mood to talk, for a change. I cannot obtain the lock of hair by yanking it from her scalp. Finally, I have a lock of her hair.
Wait, don't kill me. I can still help you. Show you the path you seek. To power.
I'm listening.
There is a tome. Not in any library, but in the hands of one who does not understand its power. You are fated to find both.
Assuming you're right, what then?
Seek the tome, then I shall instruct you further.
She has fallen unconscious. Is this more guile? Should I believe her?
We're gonna spare her.
Eternal imprisonment is punishment enough. I already have the lock of hair. She's not in...
Not that I trust her with what she just did, but still. Something to be gained from it later. And I gained a permanent constitution point. Let's look at that real quick, actually. So I gained a constitution. So I gained 5 health. Okay. 33% more than I had. Out of here. That completes the first trial, I think. But to take the lock of hair back to people.
I had better return to the hallowed hall.
I've got that guy's
I
brooch.
left my bucket and spade in Stupon. I can't capture it.
Save first.
You have returned, Initiate Dark.
Your efforts thus far have proven your value to this tower.
We accept the lock of hair as proof of your accomplishment.
Do not grow complacent. The most challenging tasks lie ahead.
The priestess Amankul lives, despite your opportunity to
Didn't tell me to
dispatch
kill.
her.
Mercy is a trait we encourage among all our castes.
Stand tall in the knowledge that you represent us well.
Rest now, then turn your mind to the mountains, where you will need wits as sharp as the eyes that keep watch from there.
I don't remember what the second task was, but sorry about that music.
Who goes there? No one special. At least not yet.
You're one of them from that tower.
Most astute.
What do you want?
A word and your cooperation. I can make it worth your while.
Keep talking.
Backgrounds look so much better than the characters. They still look good though. For an AGS game, this looks pretty good.
I think it's time to revisit the sphere of knowledge.
So that's completed the first trial. Cool. Not bad. I mean, it took me a little longer than I would have liked, but it felt pretty natural learning everything. I think everything's laid out pretty good. I'm liking the game so far.